Alright, this is a green screen test. Uh, there's a green background behind me. I need to filter it out after I record this video. Let's see if this works. So, the secret to achieving the cutout effect here in Premiere is going to be using the Ultra Key effect on the video. That can be found in the Effects tab. You go here, Ultra Key, this guy right here. But as you can see here, what I've done is I put the original and the edited clips side by side. I had to do some extra things before I could use the Ultra Key effect. As this being the original, first I had to use the change color filter. So if you just search for colors, then you're going to have, in this case I use change to color, because here the background isn't really a very vibrant green. It's a very bland green, and it even has variations in the shadows. So like this side is brighter, this side is darker. It has some issues if you're in front of a background that isn't uniform. So first thing that we did is change the color. We chose a color basically here from around here, a mid value, so in between the lights and the darks. And what it'll do, okay, using hue in this case, we gave it a 10%, softness of 50%, and after adding, okay, we also added a mask in this case because some of these colors in here are matching kind of this tan back here, some of the colors in the face. And so I wanted to exclude all those colors, and then I inverted it. So I invert that, and then only the stuff in the outline is colored. And then finally, we go ahead and apply the Ultra Key. And in the Ultra Key, if we switch to Alpha Channel, here I also added a mask because there were some things in here that I didn't want to get clipped. When you play around with these sliders a bit, you end up, basically reaching the right values that you need. And that was this first clip. Okay, so here's a second test for another green screen. This is in front of a wall, which is actually not green at all. Alright, for another attempt here, I have on the left side a clip of me against a lighter background. This is a light tan, but I've also illuminated the background. So unfortunately this one ends up white, and I thought this could work out pretty well. I eventually got it working, but this was really the hardest to set up, and it still has some issues. So in this case, I used these filters. I used change color. So instead of change to color, this one uses change color. And what I did is I corrected this white color, tolerance, to about 27%, and then in this case, instead of using the Ultra Key, I used a color key. So the color key will achieve a similar effect, but it has less features. Alright, this is a second test, trying to clean up some artifacts in the output. And here for a last test, again against a greenish background. This time I made sure that the background is a bit more uniform and it doesn't have a bunch of weird shadows and stuff on it. So first I used a change to color, turn off some filters. It looks exactly like this. First I used a change to color. In this case I colorized the background a little bit. So from that tannish green to a more vibrant green. But this is only the hue, and it's not really like a strong green that I want. So Then I did a change color on top of the change to color, and now the change color was able, with a hue transformation, I was able to just turn it into a very bright green. I also increased the saturation up all the way, so it really stands out. And I played around with the tolerance just to make sure I cut everything out too much. I went ahead and created a mask here too because I didn't want it. So there's a little bit of green here on the eye. I didn't want this mask to affect any of that stuff. And then finally, our Ultra key filters out the, that bright green, and it has a very easy time picking it out because it's a very uniform color. And boom, this is actually my green screen studio, the entryway of my house. I am lucky to have a patch of green wall here, and then I seat a light right above so that I don't cast too many shadows against this wall specifically. So just remember, clean source recording will reduce the amount of editing you have to do. I hope you found this video helpful, and until next time, remember to get creative.